Welcome to the aftermath. Welcome to the sequel of a video I made called Roseanne Barr's tweet comparing Valerie Jarrett to Planet of the Apes. I've been looking through all the comments on this. The first one that really jumped out to me was someone who had this to say, quote, "I agree people are way too easily offended these days, but in this instance, Roseanne was an idiot. It does highlight a double standard, though. How many people have compared Trump to an orangutan and kept their jobs?" End quote. And personally, I can say I have heard that said more than once as far as Donald Trump being compared to an orangutan. I've heard that myself more than once. I couldn't count how many times or exactly where I've heard it, but that's like a common thing in my mind that I think of that people have said. Okay, so here's another comment that sort of piggybacks off of that. Quote, "She thought she was being clever," talking about Roseanne, "she thought she was being clever and covert with her joke. But we know that Planet of the Apes is a reference to a certain group of people. People are trying to make excuses and deflect from the elephant in the room. And by the way, the orangutan is not a racial slur in reference to a single person, i.e. Donald Trump. And I have, for one, never heard of anyone refer to him as such, especially a celebrity. Dumb, yes. Agent Orange, yes, but not as an animal." End quote. So, again, for me personally, I have definitely heard him compared to being an orangutan before I saw this comment multiple times. So ultimately, here's the takeaway on this video, and for the main takeaway from the comments. Is there any bit of a double standard in that? That Roseanne Barr could say, compare this person to Planet of the Apes, she loses her job. But what if in an alternate universe, Roseanne Barr was a Democrat and called Donald Trump maybe the result of an orangutan and the KKK breeding, and he was the offspring? What if she said that instead? Would she lose her job over that? My guess is no. That's my guess. But why? Well, I think for one, if you're on TV, you're supposed to be a liberal Democrat and you're supposed to be against Donald Trump. And it's even been said on Saturday Night Live, it used to be more of a politically neutral show, and now it's just about bashing Trump. I've heard that said. Something that's going on in the show now compared to the way it's been for decades. But I think the main thing is, I take away these comments, here's what I'm thinking. It's that there's a racist history in which white people have referred to people of African descent, comparing them to primates. That's something that has pre-existed before that comment. There's a history there. There's a wound there. However, there's really no history I could think of in which white people are compared to a primate. So if we call Donald Trump an orangutan, it may be funny, but it's not considered racist because it's not attached to his race. But again, because of America's racist past, it has been an established racial slur to refer to people of African descent to a certain type of primate. And that is the difference here. That's why if Roseanne was a liberal and said the opposite, why she would still have her job and this wouldn't be a big deal. I think it's about the history and the context in that word. Now, I don't know though. Remember, I'm just a host. I'm the neutral person in this story. So, what do you think about that take on it? That's the reason why if Roseanne called Donald Trump an orangutan crossed with KKK or whatever thing we could think of, why that wouldn't be a big deal, but this is. Because white people are not connected to a racial slur revolving primates. African Americans, there's a history there of racist in America referring to people of African descent, referring to them as primates. What do you think about this? This is me trying to sort it out. I don't know. Help me learn. Comments. Thanks.